from the clan violence and other forms of ignorance from those peoples. But growing up in that kind of environment instilled in me a pride of or a sense of nationalism, that we can govern ourselves and we can protect ourselves, and we didn't need to be with anyone who didn't want to be with us. So out of that, I was part of a group that was selected by the elders to get military training to come back to the community, and help protect it, relieve the old soldiers. It just so happened that when I was selected, Vietnam was happening, and I ended up in Vietnam and survived that 2 tours for 2.5. And when I came back, it was shortly after Martin Luther King was assassinated. So the black nation was more or less at one now with the just being fed up. And everyone was saying, look, we have to do something. So us young militant types were employed quite extensively throughout the nation. And so this is how I ended up in these cities, contributing what little I could contribute.
And you got involved then with the Black Panther Party?
Well, with various organizations, including the Black Panther Party.
So how did you end up in a courtroom being tried for the murder of Carolyn Olson? She was killed playing on a Santa Monica tennis court with her husband in 1968. You were caught and charged when? Well,
I was arrested 2 years after that, in 1970 in Dallas, Texas, where I was instrumental in helping to organize the first Black Panther chapter there in Dallas, Texas, and other parts of the South. I was charged because of a conspiracy by the government that was led by the Hoover, what we call the Hoover-Nixon regime, which was an illegal conspiracy directed against the entire left, entire movement.
What's up? The Voices of New Afrika coming up right about now.
We always say the Black Panther Party that they can do anything they want to us. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary.
These are the voices of New Afrika. These are the voices of New Afrika. These are the voices of New Afrika. Free in the land, and we ain't asking y'all.
And welcome to another episode of the Voices of New Afrika, the show where we educate the uneducated and re-educate the miseducated. I'm your host, Comrade Brother Prophecy. And I know usually y'all be like, man, we got our elder teacher, Grandmaster Fadali, and also my comrade Kakayi with me. But tonight I'm solo. Well, today I'm solo. This morning, depending on what time zone you're in, I am solo. I'm doing it by myself, but that's okay. I'm going to hold it down. I see Bo Money out here already checking in. Yes, sir. You just were listening to our comrade, our freedom fighter, our now ancestors, Geronimo Pratt, a true revolutionary soldier, New African freedom fighter, a New African citizen. What's up to Comrade Atiba? I see you out there. How you been doing, comrade, man? Let me know you're good. But anyway, yeah, like I said, we're doing the thing. This is, we're part of something called the New African Independence Movement, where we strive and we struggle when we fight to gain independence, land independence, self-determination, self-government, or reparation, and all those good things that actually, when you look at them, when you add them up, when you calculate them, they actually bring about true freedom. And that's kind of what we talking about. But like I said, I'm riding solo here, so I'm gonna be depending on y'all, man, to keep me company, man. Keep them comments going. Thanks for all the likes. Share this, let everybody know what we're doing. We're trying to raise the consciousness of our people, get some political education, and unite collectively so we can really go about the business of creating a better world. Because I always say, when you look at a system that creates poverty, when you look at a system that creates crime, when you look at a system that is based on the exploitation of man by man, when you look at that type of system, then the question I ask everybody, can we not do better than that? Is this the best we can do with all of our intellect and our advanced technology? Is this the best thing that we can do, y'all? I think not. I think we can do better and we must do better. You know what I'm saying? What's up, comrade? I'm strong, comrade, brother, feeling better, losing unnecessary weight. I hear you, man. That's part of it, man. But trust me, comrade, you're going to bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Try not to lose too much, too much weight. Need a little weight just in case you have to get them people up off of you, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm glad to hear you feeling better, comrade. But yeah, this is part of something called the NABA Network. Peace, brother. Hold on, let me get some. Peace, brother. Prophet, how you doing? I am on the show, but cannot comment. Or can we join the show, FTL? Yeah, damn right. You know what? I want to say you can join the show, but I don't have my computer because I'm in the radio studio, and it'd be hard for me to share the information. I'm sorry. It'd be hard for me to share the information through the show, but I'm going to try. I'm going to attempt to share this so anybody can just join the show, so it won't just be me by myself. But it's cool. I'm cool with being by myself. I talk to y'all all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm quiet, but quiet people have the most things to say. If you ain't know that. But anyway, man, it's been a lot going on. In a minute, I'll try to share the show and invite whoever want to come in, and we can discuss and we can chop it up. And, because it's the Voices of New Afrika, not the voice of New Afrika. And by no means am I the voice of New Afrika, because I'm not. I'm just a dude who trying to use his skills and talent to help liberate our people, liberate us mentally, and create a media network that can help us free our minds to the point where we can behave in a way that's going to bring about true liberation. That's all I'm trying to do, y'all. And I appreciate everybody for weighing in and coming in and trying to help us out. But yeah, in a minute, in a little while, I'm going to share the link and allow anybody to come in, who want to come in, and we can chop it up, talk it up, and do however we want to do. A lot of things been going on. I guess one of the first things I want to talk about that's been going on is our comrade brother Mutulu Shakur just was granted his release, which is a great thing, a wonderful thing, a day for celebration, a great thing. I mean, bittersweet to me because his health is not good at all, and that's kind of one of the reasons why he was allowed to get out. They granted him release, because his health was so bad that he's not a threat to anybody. And really, he wasn't a threat for these decades. He was a political prisoner. This brother was fighting for the liberation of his people. That's what this brother was doing. And he's a political prisoner, been locked up for many, many, many years, many, many, many decades, just like many of our political prisoners that we need to fight. And we need to struggle to get them out, do whatever we can, because it's just ridiculous that you have a people who are just struggling against an illegal system. This system is illegal. This system is designed to oppress people. This system is designed to exploit people. People always say that this system is broken. The system is broken. We need to reform the system. You can't reform the system because it ain't broken. It's operating in the way in which it was designed. We just got to understand how it was designed, why it was designed, what it was created to do. And you'll see that it is doing exactly what it's created to do. And that is exploit the masses. But yeah. So Mutulu Shakur coming home, that's excellent. Much love and congratulations to his family. And hopefully, he can live out his remaining days in peace and clarity and make the most of the time that he has left. So big free the land to Mutulu Shakur. so happy that he's out there. Everybody out there listening, give us some likes if you haven't gave us a like right about. Share this with everybody. Let us know who's out there. You know, I see Atiba checking in. I see Atiba checking in. He always checking in. That's a soldier. If I can't depend on nobody else, I can depend on Atiba. I know Melly Queen out there. She can't type, and I know she'll be doing her thing. You know, but I think she's still in Facebook jail. She's like, I think she might have life. We need to feel free Melly Queen. We need a campaign to free Melly Queen. She a political prisoner of Facebook. Joe Gonzalez. Good day, brothers and sisters. How you doing, Mr. Joe Gonzalez? I think he's a member of the Brown Berets, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, free the land and freedom to you, comrade. Thank you for checking in. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I think I'm probably going to take a brief break, and I'm going to try. I'm going to try really, really, really hard to send this link out. So anybody who want to come on the show, and join it, and we can talk about whatever it is you want to, or I can sit up here and just talk about whatever. You know, I'll figure out something to talk about. But I'm going to go to a brief commercial. And when I get back, hopefully I would have been able to send a link and let everybody join who want to join the conversation. This is the Voices of New Afrika. Free the land, y'all. Free the land.
I fight for land, independence, and for reparation. We gotta do for self-determination.
Being independent is a very, very good thing because it means that you don't have to be dependent, especially on people who don't like you. I mean, growing your own food, like teaching your own babies our real history, the real truth.
As a people, we are not grown unless we have independence. We are not grown as long as we living under another man's system, operating in his way of things, his laws, and his ordinances that support his rule, actually. So to me, it's not the importance of self-determination and independence. It is mandatory.
We could make a change, get off our ass, do something else. Go get some land together, grow our food and do for self. Create our own stores, our own banks, start building wealth. Break them generational curses and start healing self. See with my last breath.
All right. Do I got somebody in there? Nah, I don't. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm still trying to send it. I'm still trying to send this information. What the heck going on with this? Yeah. Y'all bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to do this. It might take a little minute. I'm just gonna push some random.
In New Orleans, when the police told Marcus Garvey he couldn't speak to us and prevented him from coming to speak to us one night, we of course went in delegations and everything and raised such a ruckus that they had to let Marcus Garvey speak to us the next night. But when we went, I want you to hear me, when we went determined that nothing would stop Marcus Garvey from speaking to us. Now, how do you do that? How do you go determined to keep the powers that be from preventing your leader from speaking to you? How do you do that? Well, I'll tell you how we did it. Every one of us, including myself, went armed. We went armed. I had 2 guns on me. I had one in my bosom and one in my pocketbook. Low 38 special. Pearl handle. I'll never forget my little pearl handle gun. You think you're bad, huh? Some of you think you're bad. We went
We used to
them
call them
satchels.
Satchels of satchels. Ammunition. Now when the police came and they found in our hall, and they lined up along the sides of the benches, and they went up to the front and lined up along the rostrum, and they lined the other side of the wall, and
lined up
then
the other sides, lined the back.
When
Garvey came in, we was on benches, just like you sitting now in Longshoreman Hall.
in the Longshoreman
We
Hall.
stood up, and applauded him.
We got up
Garvey
and applauded him. And
my
Garvey said,
friends,
my dear
I
friends,
wish to
I must apologize to you
for not speaking to you tonight.
the other night.
But the reason I didn't speak to you is because the mayor of the city of New
was
Orleans
because the mayor of the
permitted
city
himself
of
to be
New
used as
Orleans
a stooge by the
permitted
police
himself to
department
be
to
used
keep
as a
me from
stooge
speaking.
by the
When he
police
said that, the
department to
police
keep me
jumped
from
up on the side, on the rafter and said, "I'll run you
And
in."
when he said that,
When he did
they
that,
all got up,
everybody
jumped up on the
stood
benches
on
on
the
the rostrum, and they said,
All
I'll run
of
you
the
in.
Smith
And
and
when they
Wessons,
did
the
that,
Blue Seals,
we all
all
jumped up on the
came
benches,
out.
and all of the Smith and Wessons and the Blue Seals and firearms came out. Everybody's gun came out. And everybody said, speak, Garvey, speak.
All right. And we are back. The Voices of New Africa, where we educate the uneducated and re-educate the miseducated. And I'm joined by my comrade brother here. And I just knew when I sent out that site, that link, I knew it was gonna be one brother who was gonna pick it up if nobody else picked it up. And there he is, my comrade, my brother in the struggle, comrade Atiba. How you doing, comrade?
I'm feeling good, comrade. I'm feeling all right. Yeah, I'm getting rid of some of this weight.
I hear you, man.
Weight.
I hear you, comrade. Yeah, man,
man.
You're looking better, sounding better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, comrade. I'm really worried about the other comrade brothers. How they doing?
Like I said, well, comrade Kakayi, he got some, some work stuff he dealing with. He kind of got wrapped up and he wasn't able to leave, so he kind of gave me, call kind of at the last, right before the show, was like he ain't gonna make it. So I was like, okay, so I just talked through the radio portion of the broadcast, talked about whatever, and say, hey, now it's time to talk to the people, because it seemed like we get more engagement on our social media platforms. So, that's all good, man. That's all good. But you know what I'm saying? So what's been up, man? You been keeping up with anything, or you just been trying to, maintain going through, your day-to-day struggles?
I've been going through my little day-to-day struggle, comrade. It's it is what it is. Up in this situation, one guy, they just carried him up out of here. I hope he's okay. I don't know what was going on. I missed the chance to ask my cellmate what just happened, but they had the nurses all in here for a pretty big head. Said, brother, get to carry him down the stairs and shit. And I'm thinking they got this bug going around again, man. So obviously, whatever hit y'all out there makes its way up in here eventually.
Yeah. I know for a time a lot of people out here were just getting sick, right and left. And I imagine once it hit the prison situation, being that y'all enclosed in, and it really is devastating to y'all. So I can imagine. So and with that, man, I say stay strong, man. Make sure you fortify yourself. Do all the things, the best that you can to, boost your immune system and be as healthy as you can.
Here and got to working out. I ain't done working. I was expecting you to come on the show a little earlier, so it I had stopped what I was doing. But I got to working out and making sure I'm eating. I'm gonna start flushing with these fluids and stuff, because I can't. Hey, what was wrong with the brother there?
He had I don't know, something was sick.
He's sick.
Yeah, he's sick. I don't know,
like pneumonia, COVID type sick shit.
I don't know. I think it was a stress that brought the sickness on, because his wife died the other day, but she came back. She on her last leg, and I think that stress broke him down.
Damn. Yeah, I heard it.
Losing loved ones while we behind these walls, man. Hey, that's
somebody said that's all he got left. I guess I don't know.
See,
I just didn't know who helped the brother downstairs.
Yeah.
big dude, you know, that these people might have dropped.
Yeah, man, that's wow. I mean, we losing people, comrade. Losing loved ones, people real close to us out there, you know.
Man,
some of us
seems
don't
like
snap back from behind these walls. Not with them losses.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand because especially being, you know, that you kind of in an isolated situation, and when something happens to a loved one, you ain't able to reach out. You ain't able to just like be with the family, you know, because that's a time when you really, really need to lean on family and lean support. Because a lot of times, you know, you might be going through it. You might be going through it like hard, and then you see another family member that's going through it harder than you, and it forces you to snap out of it. Because you realize, like, dang, you know what? This ain't just about me feeling bad. Everybody feeling bad, and I just can't stay down on there because I got to be strong for them because they gotta, you know, they still here. You know, the loved one gone, but they still here, and I got to be there for the one still here. But you know, even you don't even have that, and you know, that's like a source of strength, you know, for us, especially people who have that strength within them. Because if they see somebody who have less strength than they do struggling with it, you just automatically, some inside of you just take control and say, okay, all right, I got to be all right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I've been that way, kind of like all my life. You know, kind of want to stand up for the little guy. You know, for the underdog. You know what I'm saying? I always shot for the underdog, and it's just, I guess it's just kind of like inbred in us that, you know, want better for our people. You got to be that guy that wants to stand up for somebody that's in a bad situation, especially when you feel like you're strong enough to do it. You know, I did get a blessing yesterday, comrade. I got so my daughter, she's gonna have a baby, right?
So okay, so you gonna be a granddaddy?
I'm granddaddy 7 times now.
Oh, what? Old lady granny?
Yeah, I'm old man.
We granddaddies up in here.
Yeah. But
hey, I'm a granddad too, so it's all good.
Right. So so they called me yesterday. My sister and one of my youngest daughter's mother, all of them was attending the baby shower, right? They had a big little thing. I posted on my page on Facebook. And they called me out the blue, comrade. And I'm talking to one of the other comrades, and we dealing with issues and stuff. And they said, I need you to, they called me out the blue. I'm like, okay, what's going on? I need you to say something, you know, for the such. I'm like, hold on, y'all called me out the blue. Ain't nobody told me nothing. I don't know what to say. I ain't never done nothing like that. They want me to, you know, congratulate them and tell them, you know, good things like that, right?
Yeah.
And it was a lot of people there. So they put me on the speaker.
Oh, man.
I'm like, oh, man. I said, okay, y'all want to do this? Y'all want to catch me out the blue and drop a bomb in my lap like that? All right, come on.
You ain't never lost the word. How can you
look, watch what I tell her. Go ahead, put me on speaker. I said, if my baby girl got on the phone, she said, this is my daddy, y'all. I said, hey, princess, I love you, sweetheart. And I want to say congratulations to you and Anthony. I love you both. I hope the baby look like me though. Big forehead and everything. The baby better come out looking like me. It's just like you start laughing, everybody else start laughing. I ain't playing. I heard my little not my stepdaughter, but my well, I can say she my stepdaughter. She my daughter though. I hear her say, oh, I hope he don't have that forehead. Yeah, the baby got to be blessed. All my children got the forehead. Now he got to have the forehead too. You know, since I want to drop this bomb on me. But yeah, I enjoyed it though, comrade. I mean, and then I got a chance, like I said, I put the video of them because they was all dancing and having a good time. Saw my mom on there, and my mom's still trying to dance and keep up with the young folks.
Man.
So yeah,
that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's really why, like, family is really so important. And like on Sama Ad and Mama Ayo show is called The Foundation of the Nation, and the foundation of the nation is the family. You know, it's crucial. So, you know, to bring back things back into perspective, when you see the attack on the family, especially the Black family, that's really akin to genocide, because that's what holds us up. You know what I'm saying? Because I know without my family, it's times you sink into a dark place, you might not recover. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, you know, that story, I'm pretty sure everybody who just heard you talk, man, that lift their spirits up, regardless of what they're going through. But through the energy in which you conveyed through that beautiful story, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can relate. Everybody can feel that. Everybody's happy for that. But what you saying, comrade?
I can say, you know, the beauty about it is, more so than anything, is that when we go behind these walls and we start doing years behind these walls, some of us decades and shit at hand, you know, you tend not to be a part of that life out there. Even though they love you and whatnot, it's just life goes on, and you know, and that's what it does. So the beauty about it was that they called me and invited me into their life. You know what I'm saying? Because normally when I get a call from family, just to be honest about it, no shot against none, but I tell my family this shit too. I don't like the fact that when y'all call me, I already know it's a problem. I already know that you don't call, because you don't call me for nothing else. So when I got that call yesterday, I'm like, well, being that it's already going, we already just suffered a loss of a valuable member in our family. And my sister calls me. Her son is the one who died. So I'm you know, lately I've been getting calls from her because I feel like, you know, if nothing else, my sister needs to feel love and comfort right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm hurting, but I can't let her view my hurt that way. I need her to feel my strength so she can stay strong too. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, we lean on each other. And so it really meant something to be a part of that. Just like when I tell you, I said, man, comrade, it means something to be a part of this show, be a part of this network with the comrades, major participant in it. That's something to me, because
they say the fire sticks going for 1,000, but I think we can find it cheap.
I'm on video.
Oh, damn. Yeah. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
You all right?
He didn't know. He didn't know he didn't know I was on the call. So shit. Excuse me.
Are you all good?
So so the family, you know, they when they invite you into that, it's just something. You know what I'm saying? It's something when you know that the system that, you know, behind these walls is designed for us to not be a part of y'all life again. You see what I'm saying? For those of us that got a lot of time, and those of us that's just doing a lot of time, but maybe come home, it's still designed for us to not never have anything to do with y'all. It breaks the family bond. It does exactly what it's designed to do. Just like, you know, the earlier you were stating about the system is designed to do exactly what it's been doing. You know, it ain't broke, and it don't need fixing. It need removed. You know, we have to remove the system. That's just the bottom line. We can't reform it. We can't, you know, revise it, refine it. None of that. You know, it don't work like that. You know, the system is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, and that's to exploit and oppress people. You know, and us being behind these walls. Don't think for a second, and this is no shot to the people out there, but for those that don't know and don't understand, and if you are conscious, this should have been one of the first things you understand, is that America is a prison. For oppressed people, it is a prison. And second of all, don't get it twisted. These folks will lock your ass up too. You know, they'll throw away the key on you. You don't have to do a damn thing. There's plenty of people in here right now fighting bogus charges. I used to work in the law library for 11 years. And I didn't particularly like working on people's cases, but I did. I didn't like it because I saw all the flaws, and I saw so much stuff that it does something to you internally. And I seen guys that work on their own particular cases for years lose their mind. I mean, they can quote law to you, they can do law, but they can't. The social, the how they relate with people is weird. You we call it institutionalized or something, because they got so absorbed in this law thing and it's just messed them up, it twisted them. And that's just a hard thing. After years of seeing stuff like that behind here, it does something to you. It does something to you mentally because you're seeing people. I ain't saying that everybody's innocent. I ain't saying, but I don't think that throwing people in here and just locking them up is the way. Most people understand that prisons are created for a specific purpose. And poverty is created for a specific purpose. The specific purpose with poverty is for people to become exploited and used.
Yep.
All right. And after they can't use you no more, they need to dispose of you. And the best place to dispose of you is into the prison system. And some people that may not be able to work, or what we call the lumpen proletarian. And for those who understand what that means, that's just not necessarily a criminal class. That's for the age, the infant, those who can't really contribute much to society's labor system. You know what I'm saying? And more so when the labor system gets so designed to where its technology is so advanced where they don't need manual labor anymore, then you're of no use neither. Now, it's not to say that technology shouldn't be used and that it should be for the benefit of all the people, not the benefit of a few. But see, we talking about this system. This very system makes it in the interest of the few and not the masses, not the majority. So now the masses a lot of them end up in prison. A lot of these guys, like I got an old prison number. Well, it ain't old compared to some that I've seen, but my prison number started with a 2, okay? Because I got locked up in the 90s. So now you got guys with numbers all the way up into the 60s now, right? So that means that the prison has been booming. All right. Also, when you see the guys with the 60s, you see old men with 60s. I'm like, whoa, what could you possibly have done to get thrown in prison? They just released the old guy yesterday. He walked. I'm just fucking around with certain brothers I walk with and we talk shit. We see certain people I look over there and I see the old man. I say, oh, that's a tiptoe gangster right there. Like, what you mean? I said, watch how he walk. He walk like he take little bitty steps. He'll do this while he walk. Tiptoe gangster. Obviously, he must have did some real heavy ass crime because he had to be thrown in jail. Hell, he couldn't have done too much of nothing. He barely walked. That's why through that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, he barely could walk. What could he possibly have done? And you got a lot of people that this system is oppressing right there. I mean, when you see them come around, you got guys in wheelchairs and breathers with numbers that start with a 6. What the hell could he have done? Tell me what he could do. He could barely breathe. And I talk about the prison system because not just because I live in here, but we have to understand our struggle. New African independence movement understands that the prison system is a major component in taking down the system. This is a major component. There's nowhere in the world we should not have people out there in the streets advocating a change in the prison system. I don't say that prison reform works, but it's a start for the people, the unconscious, nothing else, to be out there advocating for some form of right dealings with people, because you may have committed a crime. But see, I use this example. Let me use this best example for you. You got some people out there that got some fucked up crime in these prisons, right? When I say fucked up crime, you got child molesters and shit in prison.
Yeah.
But they ain't got life. Some of them ain't got past 2 digits. I mean, like they might got 8 years. So you mean to tell me that if this dude is messing and for you to fuck with a baby, you mentally fucked up. I don't give a fuck how you want to talk, how you sound, how you walk, dress. You mentally fucked up. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a walking contradiction. I have one way to deal with it, and I have another way to deal with it. I'm gonna be more humane towards people, because I don't know who out here listening and who watching. So I'm gonna say it this way: why wouldn't y'all want prison to have something for people to do, to help work on people like that? Maybe psychologists in the prisons to help understand what's going on in the mindset of someone like that, because he's getting out. Now, when he gets out, if all he did was go to work for y'all, work in the kitchen or cut the grass or some shit or whatever, or play dominoes and chess and all this shit and watch TV all day, I ain't saying that there may not be forms of places to relax or for your mind for it now. But if you don't have nothing else designed in these prisons for them to really be involved in, to help them be a better productive person coming out of society, back into society, then what you expect to get out of him? If he went in fucked up and you ain't done nothing to help him change, what you think he gonna come out and be? And especially with the prison situation that they got now, it's real violent in here, and it's a bunch of gritty shit going on that the mindset of change only can change for the worse. You see what I'm saying? So now you got something that went in that was already messed up, and go out there in the streets and get back out there in the streets and go live next door to your ass. And when he been doing all this wicked type of stuff. And y'all, what's up, comrade? Free the land, comrade.
So, Melly Queen, how you doing
today? All right. How you doing, comrade? So,
enjoyed the show yesterday.
We're trying to cook lunch.
Okay, what you cooking us?
Chicken fajitas and tater tots.
I want some.
you know you up to you, all right?
Yeah, I'm bouncing back, comrade. I'm bouncing back, throwing the weight off my shoulders. You know how Jay-Z said, get that dirt off your shoulders.
Yeah, I was finna say, man, she dropped off. But yeah, I was finna say, you know, when you was breaking down the system, I was up there laughing. I was like, yeah, his ass back. Now, that sound like a T. That's the T where I know. Bringing it to
I'm snapping back, comrade, because, man, you know, one thing about it, comrade, I have to be honest with you, man. I put myself in that situation, man, out of some form of desperation and loneliness and shit, you know. But guess what, man?
What's up?
To be honest, this shit was holding me back, and I know that shit was holding me back. You know, because in my mind, I'm thinking like, you know, maybe we will be something. But I noticed if you don't want to participate in those things that started us off to being built up strong together, then now that we together and all the other baggage supposed to be getting removed, why ain't we focusing on what we need to be focusing on? If we ain't focusing on what got us strong, then guess what? We ain't gonna do no drift apart. And I saw that, and I know that. One thing about it, I need the type of people in my life that's gonna help me strengthen this here, and I can turn around and recycle and do the same thing with y'all. If it's not happening, then what are we doing? Why are we here? You know what I'm saying? So hey, I'm looking at it like shit, man. It's a blessing. It's a real blessing, you know. I ain't gotta look at it as a awful thing. I can look at it, shit, you helped me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, one thing, like especially if you read what's that document, The Tools of Analysis about Dialectics, it's kind of like an introduction study, and it was produced by what's the name, the All Africans Socialist Party, one of their pieces of literature. But it basically it's like a introductory course to dialectics, break dialectics down real simple. And it basically says that there are positive and negative in all things, to seek out the positive, and you build on the positive, and you try to change the negative. You know what I'm saying? But you always want to build out the positive. That's why, you know, a lot of people, when like movies come out and they be like, especially if it's like something like a Black Panther or the Woman Queen, was that Woman King, and we talking about, you know, we should boy shot, and they point out the negative. Like I always be saying, you know, like you be saying it too, you know, that you know, you find a positive out of it, and you use that to help to influence the minds. Because if you just dwell on the negative, the only thing you're doing is you empowering the negative. You're actually giving it a force, and you making, you know, you exposing it to people might not even thought about it, might not even been looking at it like that. Now they looking at it like that, and you really empowering it. And to me, I don't really see no win on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You sure right, comrade.
But yeah,
Comrade,
yeah, I got
you back? You back, comrade sister?
Yeah, I'm back, man. I don't know what's going on. I can't hardly hear y'all when I come in.
Oh yeah, can you hear us now?
I can hear y'all, but I can barely. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I don't know what's up either. You loud and clear though. We can hear you good.
Oh, okay, that's good. Cause I was
Yeah,
I don't know why I did that. And I can't use the speaker if I'm on here, can
I don't know. You can try. You see what
I? Oh,
it's.
okay.
You know, I don't think we'll be able to tell
Yeah.
one way or the other. But hey, why I
Okay, but
got y'all
y'all
here?
can hear me though.
Yeah, we can hear you. You loud and clear.
Okay.
So what do y'all think about this? Because just recently, great news. I talked about this on the radio portion of the show. But Matula Shakur is getting released from prison. I think it's supposed to be in December 10th, but he finally got released from prison, and even his lawyer said they were surprised and stuff like that. You know, what y'all feel about Matula Shakur finally getting out after so many decades?
Okay, did he finish his prison sentence, or was there a specific reason why they released him? First question, coming.
I think it's because of a compassionate release. You know, a lot of our political prisoners, we've been trying to get them out from a compassionate release because the health is getting bad. And I think the ruling was that his health is in such a bad shape that he's not a threat to anybody. So they're gonna allow him to live the remainder of his life outside of prison.
So
You
in
know,
other words, they get off on killing this comrade brother, right? Because that's why did his health go bad? If anybody gonna question this shit, I live in this motherfucking dungeon. I can tell you, man, for a fact, they poisoning us with the food, comrade. The food quality that they give us don't have a 20-year lifespan to it. This is a new contract that they just started. Like this contract they started within 2010 or some shit, right? So if you are already suffering any health complications or just of so much of an age, it's like this shit'll speed the shit up. Now you gotta eat, but at the same time, the shit you getting ain't got nothing in it. It's like eating cardboard. If you go chew on some paper and cardboard, what you expect to get out of it?
Shit.
Nothing.
Yeah. Empty ass calories. They're just sitting there, not doing nothing, but eventually fucking up your system or fucking up your immune system, because your immune system gonna look at it as this ain't got no nutritional value. This ain't even food, and your immune system will attack itself. You know, trying to get rid of the damn food, and it will overwork your system. So now you're vulnerable to anything that come along. You know, it depletes your immune system.
Now you got people getting sick left and right. Then on top of that, comrade, let me show you something. What color foods should you stay away from?
White.
White. White. Give us white bread, potatoes, Irish potatoes, whatever you want to call them. White rice, sugar, salt, mashed potatoes, what's that? It looked like broccoli, but it's something else. It's
cauliflower.
They give us all this white shit, and guys think that they getting food. And I'm telling them, you just ate nothing. Basically, and flour, they give you plenty of flour, like tortilla shells with. I said they just give you shit to make you feel full. That's why it's a lot of y'all walking around here with these bloated bellies. It's not because you eating good or nothing, bro. You eating bad. You eating bad and you in trouble and you don't see it. But see, the thing about it is, by the time the trouble hits your ass, nobody can get blamed for it.
Yep.
It's a slow. Nobody out there fighting, say, hold on, if we gonna lock them up and we taxpayers out here, we also advocating that they eat healthier food than they are getting now. We know what y'all giving them. Quit bullshitting. You know what y'all give. Y'all listen. The prison used to have their own garden where we feed our basically still. So we got our onions, greens, tomatoes, squash, carrots and whatnot growing out there in the garden. So it don't be a burden on the taxpayers. We have to feed, maintain the gardens and stuff to feed ourselves. How about these people? How about these people stop the garden? I'm back. Sorry about that. My family was calling in. I'm trying to tell them I'm on the show. I call y'all, man.
I
Everybody
got you.
want to
I
call
got
me when I get on the show. I've been sitting here lonely and looking how shit. Get yourself right. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Hold on, let me tell her I say in a conference.
Yeah, gonna do that. No, that what you saying, comrade, that's amazing to me because I was actually thinking as you was talking about how the food quality is so low. I was thinking, man, y'all need an agricultural program in the prison system where y'all growing your own food that'll cut off taxpayer money. Garden is cheap as hell to make. It's extremely cheap. And all they take is a lot of TLC, people who got time to attend to a garden to really, take care of it and knowledge. And I was like, man, that's the perfect thing for a prison system. And gardens are therapeutic, for
right.
anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that it's just a win-win. And you up there telling me they already had one and they cut it off. That's amazing to me, comrade.
I'm thinking, they took it out. Remember when Obama came in office, right? And you had the people out, you had the small farmers out there protesting, in particular, mainly black farmers out there that I stayed on TV. I'm like, damn, because I think it was over in Arkansas. People was in Arkansas was saying, hold on, we have our own farms and stuff, and the government is taking it from us.
Yeah.
Why would you take the farms from the people? What is your intention? And then they was also talking about, well, hey, selling the seeds to the farmers that they don't reproduce nothing but once. All right. So every natural food, especially fruits, have a seed in it. So when it constantly reproduces itself. These fruits don't reproduce themselves. And that's what the farmers was complaining about. Hold on, now we gotta buy seeds from y'all every time. We have to constantly out the way we live in our life and the way we were generating finance to take care of ourselves, it's being cut short because y'all came and capitalized, monopolized in the agriculture stuff. All right. So now all this is taking place on top of stripping the prison out of the garden because they making contract deals with corporations to give us this other type of food. I remember they said something about Bill Gates was making food for people or something. I didn't get a chance to look deep into it. It was like a whisper that passed by at the time. I didn't focus on it or nothing like that. I heard something his company or something had something where they was making GMO type of foods and putting it out there for people like fake meat and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. Like they grow the whole process of cloning now, like they say it's more compassionate or whatever, but like you want a chicken breast, they just instead of doing it through the natural process, they can just grow one, clone one, and you just clone that particular part of the chicken or whatever animal you're trying to do, and they just grow it, like to grow a thigh or breast or whatever the hell you want to eat. Yeah, man, it's something.
Bad. It's bad. And see, somebody like me that really would like to be a vegan, I can't be a vegan in this situation because damn near the meat that you're giving me is probably the only source of protein. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just described to you what kind of so-called other food they give me. It's all white. So I'm not getting something right there. So
let me break that. Let me go into that because that's really important. Like one of the reasons why you look at white foods is something that you want to stay away from because you got white flour, white sugar, white bread. All of that shit is white because it's been processed to death, and all of the nutrients and the shit that's actually good for you been processed out of this shit. That's why it's white. Bread is not naturally white. Flour not naturally white. All of these things are not naturally white. That means that they don't screwed it over, processed it out. That it ain't got no nutritional value for you anyway. You eating bread, you just eating some dough that's clogging up your system. They're causing, the stuff, your system, you supposed to eat, you supposed to shit, you know what I'm saying? Get rid of it. Sound nasty, gross, but that's
right.
So it's like if that stuff staying in you, it ain't supposed to stay in you. You know what I'm saying? Your body supposed to use the nutrients in it to help it, repair itself and do what it needs and then get rid of the excess waste. But you got all this stuff clogging up your system, and your system is stagnant. It's more everything just standing there, building on top of building. That's why they got them big guts, like you said, because they eating all that stuff.
It's just packing calories and just all these fat cells is growing and feeding off of them, and now it ain't going out of you. One guy that I'm happy you brought this up, about bowel movements, right? when I was vegetarian and I was able to eat a little better in the prison system because, you know, the thing, condition, circumstances was much more different. And it tend to be that way when you got a lot of black officers working in prison because you can kind of talk more about being healthier and, you know, stuff like that. So anyway, I was eating vegetarian food more so on a regular. I mean, that's all I ate. And so, but by me eating 3 meals a day, see, naturally, and this might seem strange to some, naturally, when you eat a healthy meal, and if you're vegetarian or vegan, it won't be long before your body is ready to release the waste from your body. Yep. So when I said won't be long, it does not supposed to sit in your body past 4 and 5 hours. You're supposed to be in the head of bowel movement if you have eaten proper, right? So if you eat 3 times a day, healthy food, you still go 3 times a day. So one guy that I had a cellmate, he didn't know shit, and we kind of used to bump heads on anything. So he's like, man, I'm so tired of your ass always faking like you gotta go shit. You just trying to kick me outside. I said, brother, I don't have to kick you outside. You can sit your funk ass up on the top bunk. I'm gonna take a shit. You ain't even gotta get up out of here. And I know that sound crazy or whatnot, but this the place where we at. So you have to kind of be what this place is sometime in order to get some things out right. All right. But so I sat down and I tried to tell his brother, it still don't register to him. You know, I ain't gonna be no vegan. I'm forever gonna eat me some pork and all this stuff. Go ahead and kill yourself, brother. You don't, you know, suicide. You could do it fast and just go ahead and wrap that rope around your neck and jump off the rail, shit, and help the world out. You know, but I have to be like that with guys in here. Trust me, it's the place that you have to deal with them like that. You can't just be so nice on there, walk over your ass. So anyway, but I had learned, and so when I was doing that, and even though it was happening to me, it didn't get validated until I seen this sister say this here on a talk show, on a health talk show I was watching. This sister was on there, the white people show or whatever, but she was on there. They was, you know, interviewing her on her practices and holistic living and stuff like that. And so I was checking it out. And she confirmed it. She said, when your body's doing that, you're least likely to have cancer, and particularly prostate cancer. Yep. I was like, boom, bingo. I ain't losing. I needed somebody to help confirm something that I just knew, because a lot of times I was getting a lot of my health information from, at the time I'm studying Rastafari real strong. So a lot of their teachings is based on healthy living, healthy lifestyle. So, and I'm getting it from right there. And it's not like I don't believe my source of information, because I wouldn't choose to gravitate towards it. But I choose to find other sources to make connections. Yeah. Because I know you can just pop up out the top of your head with something. You got an origin of where, or what we call each other, be epistemologists, you know, and go to the origin. All right. So I'm constantly studying those, how to make comparisons, do my little own research, make and confirm shit. And when the sisters, you know, I've done it in other areas. I've read other books, white authors that wrote about the medical field and stuff. There's one particular white author, I like his book. I don't know his name, but I remember the name of the book, called 7 Pillars of Health. And he's like a doctor that defected his practices, because he started studying holistic lifestyle, and he started informing his patients on holistic living instead of taking the pills. And, you know, because he was basically going rogue on the pharmaceuticals and shit, pharmaceutical company. All right. And so I checked it out, you know, and I did it because you got a lot of brothers in here that won't read books from black authors, because they be like, you on that black shit, you on the black shit. So I had to read other books in order to win these brothers over. I read those books that said, well, it ain't just a black author saying it. Here go your white author saying it too. Here go your Asian author saying it too. You follow me? So they get out of it. Oh, you just on a black thing and don't want to hear nothing that a black man got to say. You know? Yeah,
they need their white validation.
Right. And so I had to, you know, let me bounce around this motherfucker so I can be versatile on his ass and hit him from all angles, whatever angle he coming, if I really want to take my time to convince you to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's time consuming. So I want to make it short and make it quick. what the comrade brothers say. I see Freedom Power on the page was what he say.
Yeah.
They released several political prisoners right when they only had a short time to live. Correct. It's sadistic and to be expected from these devil parole and pardon prison officials. You so right, comrade. That's exactly what they've been doing. I seen that on several occasions. It's like they don't have to pay for the burials and shit because they know your ass gonna die. You gonna throw you out there and put your weight on your family and shit like that. You know, they know it's difficult. They know it's difficult, damn near impossible to hold the prison system accountable when they kill people slowly from the inside. That's exactly what they're doing. The bad food, no real medical service, correct, stress, violence, all combined together to suppress the immune system. That's exactly what's happening. Now they can release a political prisoner. That's what they did to Russell Maroon Shorts and many others. Yes, they did. Yes, indeed. And you so correct on this. That's exactly what you got. You got a combination of medical neglect, combination of bad food, combination of violence. And when I said violence, you ain't just got violence from the prisoners. You got violence from the administration. You got violence all the way up from the top to the bottom, from the COs to the motherfucking ward, from the counselors. You listen, the counselor is in here to counsel me, not fight me. You got counselors in here trying to fight. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You got counselors playing the role of a security officer or whatever, or a bouncer or some shit. You know, you got the medical team all in cahoots. Like, I don't care who is it. They get the call saying, need medical assistance down in unit such and such, man down, blah, blah, blah. They'll find out who is it. Oh, it's such and such. He's an OD. Take y'all time. Yeah. Really. And they will literally take their time. Guys will be in the ODs and died in here. Now, I'm not saying that, hey, man, I'm not talking about this person, whatever charge he got or whatever drug that he's using. This ain't what I'm saying. This person has a job to be life-saving. Yep. And for those people out there that's paying taxes, you paying taxes for them to be a lifesaver, not somebody that sit back and say, man, I know who that is. I ain't studying. Let him die. Fuck. Because they sit back and do that. And people may not believe, but, and I hope you never see the prison system, but if y'all ever came up in this place by some misfortune or whatever, you'll be like, damn, comrade brother was not lying on these people. You know, because, and I know that our audience, they know that. I don't need to convince them. But what I'm saying is that there are people out there that don't believe that they actually is that foul, or may have in their head that, well, you shouldn't have did the crime. Like, damn, if that's the case, then why don't you go and took me out? What you make me stuff with?
I know, right?
You make these politicians rich and these corporations rich. Why y'all gonna pay taxes for them to get rich? If you feel like you shouldn't have done it then. You the one being punished, not me. I mean, you being punished in the pockets, that's for sure. You know, I'm being punished in the physical manner. Yeah, I'm cut off from my loved ones and whatnot, punished for whatever crime I may have committed or may not have committed. But you paying for it out your pocket. Then they overpricing you out there. You already hard living. It's hard enough paying your bills out there struggling. And I'm talking to the poor people now. I ain't talking to the people that made it, because, you know, they ain't missing a dime, right? So if any of y'all out there, upper middle class, whatever, and y'all got them and y'all woohoo, ha ha, and it's all going down and good for you, good riddance. Well, I ain't talking to y'all anyway. I'm talking about these poor people that's being taxed. You know, I'm talking about them. That's the ones I'm talking about, them hard-working citizens, the ones that's making it barely from paycheck to paycheck, and when they get the paycheck, it's already gone. They ain't dealing with just signing their name on it. Paycheck gone. I'm talking about, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's how it's going down behind the walls, comrade.
It's kind of like we go back to what we were saying earlier. You know, everything that you're saying, ain't none of that an accident. That's how it's designed, how it's set up. You know, this system is all based on exploitation. It ain't based on. Right. I can actually remember a time that there actually were programs in the prison system. You know what I'm saying? They were designed to actually help people out. Actually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know, see, we have to understand this here, that during the Ronald Reagan administration, when he came into office, he attacked the prisons by saying that prisons will not be a place of rehabilitation. It will be a place of punishment. And that's exactly what he did. It has not changed its program since. So they stripped all that up out of there. These old so-called programs they put in the prisons now, they get government funding for it. In other words, they get money for it. Guess where the money from the government comes from? From the taxpayer. So now they squeezing the taxpayer for more and more dollars. You see what I'm saying? So they can and put some jive ass dude up in here that don't give a damn about doing this program, but he get a check. See, he just signed his name on the check. Said, all right, I can get paid this certain amount of salary to show up in this prison. Basically, all he is a damn bouncer. He ain't no program administrator. You know, they got I worked in what they call pro-social skills. I was a pro-social skills clerk for a few months, right? And then I changed job program. But the guys that's getting ready to get out of prison within the 3-year mark of them being released, they have to take that pro-social skills. And I think they have to be in that program for like 6 months or something, right? So I was a clerk for the teacher. I started to get the program for myself because it was something that I was already doing. The teacher used to love me. He really wanted me to stay there with him. And he was a 20-some year retired veteran, Army vet. Matter of fact, he was an Army Ranger. He used to tell me about some of his, things. I got people in my family that was part of the military, so it kind of intrigued me to some of the stuff. And he kind of liked to talk to me about it because he know my background with that as far as family members. Anyway, so he would tell me about the situation, and he liked to be. He knew how to handle the class because he was in rank in the Army Rangers, so he knew how to structure the class where they would. And I kind of helped more because my participation alone with me, the guys in there didn't think that they didn't know I had life. So they was like, everybody always asked me, when you getting out? When you getting out? Man, because I show them plans on what they need to be doing to prepare themselves to go out and go home. What paths to take, like one guy, he didn't believe it. I would tell him, I said, to be honest, man, it's so hard. If you pay attention, it's so hard for a guy to get out of prison and then go find some kind of employment to maintain himself, because you got to understand that everybody love your ass within the first 2 to 3 months that you out, and they might let you lay up, but once they see your big ass eat, you so used to eating 3 times a day, you start eating all this shit, and you ain't contributing much because you ain't got nothing coming in. Well, girlfriend and moms and whoever else took your ass in, they get tired of your ass. They gonna be, man, you ain't found no job yet. Man, they don't want to hire no motherfucker. Man, you need to do something, man. Shit, these light bills and got a little higher, phone bill a little higher, everything's going up. God damn, man, hey man, you gotta do something to find you somewhere to go. That's what they're gonna tell you pretty soon.
Yeah.
And if you ain't aware of what's happening, you're gonna be upset about it. You're gonna be like, damn, man, goddamn, man, it ain't like I ain't trying to get a job. These folks don't want to hire a motherfucker that been locked up. You don't want me to go sell dope or nothing, do you? Damn, that's my other option. What am I to do? That's how the mind is gonna start working. So I'm telling guys that before you fall into this trap, I know you got people that love you. I know you saying that most guys will say, man, I'm straight. I ain't got to do all that halfway house. I said, brother, the worst thing you could do is not go to the halfway house, because the halfway house is going to put you on a job the next day. Man, I didn't need my time. I don't want to be locked up, because see, the halfway house, it does it like you still locked up. It's just basically like you turn yourself in, but you go work on an outside job. You cannot go out on dates and stuff like that, because you got to be in the halfway house at a certain time, right? Or they lock you out, and if you don't show up, then they write you up. So you might have to do this from I'll say a minimum. I don't want to say 6 months. I want to say 9 months to a year out here in Tennessee, right? So I'm telling them, I said, man, I would still do it. Man, I'm trying to go out there, man, give them a gas, man, give my children, man. I got shit, all this stuff. I got business and all that old shit. Then when you call them and say, hey, man, how things going? Or if you see them on Facebook and shit, you like, oh yeah, you got business, huh? Look like your business is pretty damn rough right now.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying the halfway house would have been so much greater, but give yourself a chance, is what I'm saying.
No, I just like you basically like you just breaking down a lot logical steps that keep you out of prison. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just get out of prison and then you fall into the same conditions that brought you back in. You know what I'm saying? You actually trying to get yourself a fighting chance to get out of prison and stay out. And they seem like how you just your analysis is halfway house is a nice transition. You know what I'm saying? Even though one is still structure. So even if you have temptation, it's gonna prevent that, but it's gonna allow you to get yourself. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying.
No. Let me explain to you. My reason for pointing this out and my reason for putting it this way, right? Because I actually had one partner of mine. He's a gang member, triple OG gang member, but he was tired of doing time. And I pulled him in the cell. He's my homeboy. I pulled him in the cell. I said, "Hey man, check this out, man. I'm gonna sit down and draw this little thing up for you, right? Because I used to work in these warehouses and shit back when I was on the street. I used to love working the warehouse job, right? So I go work in the warehouse job. I was certified forklift driver. So this was my amount of pay. All right. This is how much my rent was. This is how much my light bill. I'm doing all this shit. I'm drawing this stuff. I said, now obviously this warehouse ain't gonna pay all my bills, right? All right.
Yeah.
So because he was trying to understand why I was selling weed and crack and shit on the side when I had a job, and I break that down. I showed him, hey, this is what my lifestyle consisted of this, so I want this and this and this. Which you knew me on the street, so you knew how I was getting down. All right. I said, but now if you do this way, because he going to jail for selling dope and shit. I said, and if you don't want to pop back in the dope gang, you really want to give yourself a chance and shit, go to the halfway house. They're going to give you a job. You don't have to work for, you don't have to go out looking for the job, because they ain't going to let you live in the halfway house without working. So they automatically give their people jobs. All right. You can get on at this job. And if they see your work ethic is good, they may want to hire you permanently. Now, what you do is you do not get out and go buy a fucking car first. Go buy you a house first. I mean, a home first. Find you someplace to pay rent at and put a roof over your head. I said, you like, man, I'm gonna need a job. I'm gonna need a car. I said, get a car a year or so later with your income tax, bro. Use your money right now to pay your bill and get a roof over your head. You see what I'm saying? Put you some furniture in the house and whatnot. People from your job, once you learn how to use your social skills, and I know you're a sociable brother, you'll end up being carpooling with each other or some shit. If not, get you a house close to your job. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like you can't walk to work. Shit. What's wrong with your body? You need to exercise anyway. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And at this particular time, now the brother I'm talking to, he exercised like I do. He liked to exercise like he was a straight beat. He wasn't even vegetarian. He beat. So I'm like, you already got a healthy lifestyle. And he's a gang member. That was tripping me. I was like a vegetarian, vegan gang member. I never heard. Okay, I'm kind of shocked. Y'all got to. He like, man, bro, I ain't putting that shit in my body. I might be this, you know what I'm saying? But shit, it don't mean I gotta be dumb, you know. So I said, that's what's up. So anyway, he get on the program. Man, the brother followed what I said to a T. He out there right now, ain't looked back. Matter of fact, he got out of the cell. He went home from the cell with me in 2015. He have not been back to jail. And he a few years older than me and been doing time back and forth. He have not been back to jail. And still on the program. When I said still, he got some babies now. I told him, I said, keep making them little beautiful babies out there, bro. Don't sit back and not make babies. That's the last thing they want. Last thing we need to be doing, because that's what they don't want us to do. Keep procreating, right? They want us to die out. And right now we just balancing it out, but we need to overpopulate. So
when they did that the Roe versus Wade, and they did the whole ban on abortions, and that's basically about European they trying to stop them from having abortion, white people from having abortion, because their population is going down, and by 2050 is going to be white people going to be a minority in America. I actually saw a clip. It was a clip of a white lady, one of these politicians who was responding to that Roe versus Wade decision, and she was like, this is a great victory for the white race or something like that. By the right, I'm trying to find, because I had downloaded.
We were talking about that today, wasn't it, Comrade? We were talking about that today.
Oh yeah.
Population and shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can find it up here because I had loaded it and dang, I can't find it. Where it go? I never just had an opportunity to play it, but yeah, it was a white lady and she was celebrating. She was like just one of them conservative white women. I can't think of what her particular thing with the government is. Damn, I can't find it. Anyway, I don't know. But anyway, so other thing I wanted to ask back or spark a conversation about. So, Kanye West, Kyrie, they, in trouble with all, about the statements in the movie and all that type of thing. But so that like Kanye West, Adidas dropped him, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Kanye West designed some shoes for Adidas, the Yeezys or Yays, whatever the hell they call.
Yeezys.
Yeah.
Them some ugly ass shoes. I'm talking about ugly as hell, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he dressed like I don't know what. But anyway, that's his taste, his thing, whatever. But so Adidas dropped him, but they gonna keep the shoes he designed. And they gonna sell the shoes he designed. They just gonna take his name off of it, put another name off of it, and sell it. You know what I'm saying? Even though basically stole the shoes from him and sold it.
They fuck them every time. Look at what they doing to Kyrie. Look what they doing to Kyrie Irving. They might ain't even do nothing. And they got a list of what he need to do. Y'all heard those videos from Farrakhan. He said, I'm going to tell the ADL, come talk to me about slavery. I said, man, these folks crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the shoes was never his. I mean, this is the thing. When you have these black entertainers and people of that petty bourgeois class that get these contracts with these companies and stuff, all they're doing is they selling their brand, which is basically their name. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put your name on some shit. They can take Michael Jordan and say, I'm gonna put your name, Michael Jordan, on. Michael Jordan does not have ownership of that shoe. Whenever Nike said this shit is mine, it's Nike's. It's not Jordan's no more. They can take Jordan's name off the shoe or whatever off his brand, tell them you better not put another one out. And that's what'll happen. So you just basically got a contract to put your name on something and receive a fund or receive some type of money from it, whatever. But for the most part, that shit belong to them. So they, because if it belonged to you, how could they actually take it? I mean, it obviously never was yours. Couldn't have never been. That just makes sense to me that if it's mine, then shit, you're not taking nothing. I know how I feel about my shit. I'm gonna act a damn donkey. If you take mine, I'm gonna be all on the news today. Yeah, we all be on the news cussing and fussing and throwing shit and telling them I want my shit back. Well, Kanye done did it again, y'all. He over here bust the window out this building. We locking him up because this is my shit.
But speaking like something he said, cause like one of the things that he said that he was talking about how like Jewish people run the music industry, right? And that they promote and they benefit from all of the negative bullshit that's really poisoning the minds of the people and all of that stuff. So I actually pulled up a clip from this Jewish record exec. His name is Lion something, I can't remember the name, but I actually downloaded a clip of him on the Breakfast Club, and they actually called him out. I'll show you the clip, man, and we'll talk about it. But this is the clip.
Really rough, particularly on women. But I think it helped change the course of the crack epidemic. I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
But being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
But I'm saying that's hypocritical, though. You're saying
it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash? You brought him up. I don't even know him. So you bring his name up. I don't even know him. So
y'all made a lot of money together.
Made a lot of
money.
Come
on, Leo. Don't do that to him.
I don't know him. I really don't. So, I don't know what to tell you. I won't.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to. So what now?
I say they're the biggest lies of them all. I mean, best acting award goes out to whoever that white motherfucker was. Because he was on that bullshit.
Yeah,
but,
for real.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
I
got
it.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you on the show twice now. Let me remove this one.
It's crazy.
You did that? Okay. Yeah, we got you now. But yeah, I played that clip because, you know, it's like a lot of people are labeled anti-Semitic and get in all kind of trouble because they say Jewish people control the music industry and that they profit on all of the bullshit that's been put out there. Me, who was in the music industry, or at least trying to be at one point in time, who was specifically told that you need to dumb yourself down. You need to talk about things that would actually poison the mind of youth. And, you know, that's why I stopped rapping, because I was like, well, if this is what I got to do in order to be successful, then fuck it. I don't want to be successful. But you have people who just, I mean, first and foremost, I don't knock Jewish people because they successful, because they had managed to be disproportionately represented in positions of power in entertainment, media, banking, and all of these type of things. I'm not mad at them for doing that. But with great power comes great responsibility. And if there is an industry institution that you're in control of, at least you have the majority control of, and it is seen and been shown to exploit the people, then you got to be held accountable for that. You got to answer with that. Because like you said, with great power comes great responsibility. That's a Spider-Man quote, but that shit's still true.
I was just saying you quote Spider-Man on Comrade.
I was like, hey, I'm doing it like that, the POW files and shit.
I was holding it back. I said, okay, I'm going when the show go off, I'm gonna ask you. So now we doing Spider-Man quote.
Hey, I said that shit like, yeah, man, yeah, that's some real knowledge. But the shit was true, you know. But yeah, I got that from Spider-Man.
So the sisters is asking a question on the chat saying, can you find the clips of Minister Farrakhan?
Hold on. Farrakhan's clip, he talking about it. He had like about a 50-minute speech on it, and from my phone, I ain't gonna be able to pull it up.
Yeah.
You know, if I was in my computer, I'd be able to pull it up and play just whatever particular part on it. But yeah, Farrakhan actually has real insightful words. You know, he an expert at being called anti-Semitic, you know, because they dropped out a heavy book called The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews. Yeah, that's like a serious.
My chest partner to call me out again. Yeah,
I'm
just letting you know I'm back. You know, we had our little kiss wars and shit that. Yeah, I told him I wouldn't play you if we didn't talk shit, right? Just like, you know, I don't play chess quietly and move slow and think about the mistakes. If you can't move fast and talk shit like we shooting dice on the block, then forget it. Because it's just entertaining and fun like that.
I mean, I actually suggest everybody to at least teach their children how to play chess. Because it's a game, it's a thinking game, and it's a strategic game. It teaches you about strategy, because you got to actually, you know, you're really supposed to be thinking like 5 steps ahead. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be setting it up.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it, right? You know, because I just see plays for some reason. I can see 3 or 4 plays now. If I'm just moving fast and I don't even care about the game anymore, you know, I move any kind of way. But if you got me in the game with you, I just see 3 or 4 moves ahead and I move fast with it. I'm like, okay, I see how this gonna fall out. You know, if I attack right here, I know how this gonna fall. The comrade said put her back in too.
Let me see.
But you operating from a phone right now, comrade?
Yeah, I'm operating from the phone.
Oh, you gotta tell me how to do this shit. How I could probably do all the stuff you doing right now. Add people and move
Well, I
shit.
mean, you gotta have you gotta have like I'm the administrator, so I got more options than you do.
Yeah.
Damn shit, I can't.
Oh, okay. I see. So if I did the show, more options for me to pop in. Okay, I got you.
It'll be a couple of more. Like you can on the side, on my side, I got all my videos and shit that I can clip. And then at the bottom, I can see like when a guest show up, I can push it and add them to the show and all that type of stuff. I got a couple.
Coming soon, the T gonna be with the shenanigans, y'all. Coming soon when I figure this shit out. Tiba with his bullshit again, y'all. That's gonna be the name of the show.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what up. I probably, if I can figure out a way to like have the multiple administrators, I probably, man, I could just give you administration. Cause like right now I got Size one because she control her show while I'm at work, so she need to be able to do it without me being there. And they only give us like one extra one, along with the person who got the account. But I think I can like switch them out. You know, so like after she don't did her show, I can like switch it out and just give it to you. Hey, you do what the hell you want to.
Send the link again. She said send the link again.
Oh darn it! You're gonna have to talk, because I'm gonna have to leave the whatchamacallit to do it.
Okay. Well, anyway, what was I talking for? It was something I wanted to point out earlier. We was talking about something, and I was waiting really, and I think it just lost my mind because I lost my train of thought on it. But yeah,
I don't know, comrade.
Yeah,
but anyway,
I don't know.
I'm finna get that link. I'll be back in a second.
Oh, okay. Now you done it again. Put me right on the spot.
I'm sorry, comrade.
Like I know how to talk to myself on here. I don't even know if anybody listens.
I'm my man. I'm still gonna be here in spirit. I just ain't gonna be. You ain't gonna be able to see me, and I ain't gonna be able to hear you.
Okay. Well, we got to do something about this. You should have told me the link. Hell, I could have put the link on there to let you talk by yourself.
No, it is some.
So, well, I'm finna jump back on this prison situation about having people out there. If y'all out there, y'all advocating prison abolition and prison reform of prisoners' human rights, y'all on a good path, right? And I have to say that I ain't said that path. Listen, I don't say that that's gonna wage a revolutionary change or anything like that. I'm saying that there are people behind these walls that are literally being destroyed. The comrade is going on there to do the link right now, comrade sister. I don't know if you still watching the show. I know you sending me the text, but he is on his way right now to send it to you. So yeah, I think y'all doing a good job if y'all advocating prison reform, prison abolition, prison human rights. We need that more so than ever now because there's too many people behind these walls that have. Okay, the link is on there, comrade stuff. There's too many people behind these walls that don't have a voice for them. And if some of y'all have ever had the opportunity to come work within the prison, get a job in here. Just get a job for a moment. You ain't gotta say, hey, this is gonna be my career or I like this shit. No. Sometimes you need to be a spy. You just need to go in there and see what's going on really behind them walls and the treatment behind. Now, even though some prisoners like myself, you see me, you'll be like, well, you don't look like you in no bad shape. No, I ain't. Because I'm one of the ones that got enough sense to kind of weed away from some of the bullshit that can tear me down fast. But you got people in there that don't know no better. And yeah, I'm not gonna be able to reach all of them. And some people just don't want to hear from people like me anyway. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because I'm a bad person or anything. It's just that they already been programmed to be like, I stay away from that black shit. I'm a Christian. Jesus got me. And they teach these people that, you can eat anything as long as you pray over. Well, I told a dude one day, I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna go over here and watch you eat this motherfucking snake venom. Pray over that shit first. Pray over this motherfucking cyanide. Let's see if you got them and make it through this. the stuff sounds crazy to me that you can eat anything just long as you can pray over it first. It just that does not work. That's not real, you know. And so she said, now I'm back.
Yeah, I'm trying to put her back in, but for some reason it won't let her come back in for some. I don't know what's going on with that.
Comrade sister, you done got banned from any form of Facebook promotions and shit like that. What the hell you done did to Facebook?
Now she gone. Now she gone. She was there for a second. I was trying to get her back in, wouldn't let her in, and then she disappeared again.
Yeah.
But now you were saying, comrade. You were saying something.
So yeah. So shit, what was I saying, comrade?
That's the thing. You had something, and I actually wanted to respond to it, but I forgot what it was.
I was talking about. I know I was talking about all the religious thing with people praying over their food and thinking that that's all they gotta do. They won't listen to guys like me because they think that I used to tell them, I said, man, I'm not trying to convert you to be no Rastafarian. Well, if you thought I was Muslim, I ain't trying to convert you to be that neither. You don't have to be part of a religious group to practice healthy lifestyle, man. You don't have to be nothing. Just eat right and understand that, man, hell, you gotta eat right, exercise, drink plenty of water, get enough rest, de-stress, detoxify, do some form of meditation, whether it's your spiritual walk or whatever, get some so you can relax and think about things and enjoy life at that moment. Not what life gonna be tomorrow, what life used to be back then, or what life might be tonight, and live that very moment. You know what I'm saying? That if somebody asks me, man, I don't even see how you, which people ask me that, I don't even see how you do this life sentence. How I do it is simply I live right now. I don't know if I'm gonna be in prison tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna be alive tomorrow. Hell, you don't know if you're gonna be alive tomorrow.
Exactly.
Right? Or you might be in prison tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. No, none of us know what the rest of this day gonna turn out to be. I hope it's beautiful and pleasant for you and have peace and have love, prosperity, beautiful blessings, and whatever. I hope someone come up there and give you a big hug. You might need a hug, right? So whatever it is you need, I hope you receive. But that ain't promised to you. So what I do, I live right now. I'm living right now. This very moment, I'm at peace. This very moment, I'm enjoying conversation with my comrade. We can took over. This conversation with comrades. We took over.
Exactly. Two things I want to say about that. Well, one, first of all, Melly Queen, I see you back there, but for some reason, it's not letting me bring you onto the show. I have no idea. That's fresh. First time I experienced that. Sue, about what you
look like you blocked again.
Yeah, well, it look like it got this thing where it ain't even coming on where I can bring you to. So,
Melly Queen, you can go on the YouTube station though. It's on the YouTube station.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing about it, from right here, I can't bring her to the show. You know, the part with me to bring her to the show, I can't do it regardless of where it is on. But I did want to comment on what you were saying. You know how you was talking about you live in the moment. Probably 95% of the things that we suffer from are things that don't exist. You know what I'm saying? We worry about things that happened in the past. Some shit happened yesterday, last week, 10 years ago. We suffer, we reliving that shit over and over and over again. And the reality is, we ain't got no time machine that I know of. We can't go back and we can't change the past. The past is in the past. But because it's in the past, that means it does not exist in the present moment. So we suffering over some shit that do not even exist. And the other thing that we suffer from is worrying about shit that might happen in the future. But because it has not happened in the future, that's really that's all fear is. Fear is a pre-programmed response that you have to something that may happen in the future. But because it has not happened yet, that means it may never happen. Because in the reality is, the only way you can affect the future is in the present. Because what you're doing right now is what's going to bring about what's going to happen in the future. So while we up there worrying about shit that ain't even happened yet, we're suffering about something that has not happened and may never happen. Therefore, it does not exist in the present. So the only thing, like you said, man, you just dropped some jewels right there, man. Live in the present, because that's the only way you're going to even affect your future. So ain't no point in worrying about your future, because you can't do shit about it. If you're worrying about it, you can live in the present. You can be thinking, okay, what do I need to be doing at this moment right now, this time right now? If you focus on what you need to be doing right now, then one, you creating a better future for yourself anyway. You know what I'm saying? You're doing the things that will prevent those things that you're worried about from happening in the future. You know what I'm saying? And plus, ain't no point in worry about what happened in the past because that shit is gone anyway. So, man, you got serious knowledge on that shit. That's kind of where I look at it, spirituality. To me, what you just said, that's what I would put in the category is like some type of spiritual knowledge, even though it's just practical. But I heard some that's actually a yoga principle. A yogi, live in the moment. Examine exactly what you said. Basically, you can't worry about the past. Everything that I just said, that shit wasn't nothing from me. That's some shit I studied from like yoga philosophy, not just the life poses and all that shit, but that is actually a philosophical whole thing that goes along with it.
Well, I don't know where the hell I got it from. It just made sense. It made sense because the situation I'm living up under needs to be understood for somebody like me, right?
Yeah.
And I can't make you understand if I don't understand. And it wasn't for me to make you understand it, for me to learn something like that. It was for me to be able to deal with something like that. You know what I'm saying? I had to find a coping mechanism for a crisis situation that's going on in my life. Not that I gave up my life or anything like that. It's just at this moment right now. This moment right now, all this shit that went on that could break me down and have me crying, have me in tears. Yes, this brother will shed a motherfucking tear, but most people won't see it. I will shed a tear. I can easily just rehash this shit, and it'll hurt just as strong as it happened when it first happened. Or I can live right now and be like, okay, can't change it. What am I going to do to prepare for what's coming down the road? Because if I'm stuck in this misery right here, I may not even see what's next.
Exactly.
I may not even be ready for what's next. And that was the dangerous thing. I think we talked about this in the show once before, comrade, where I was saying that, you got brothers behind these walls. And I was telling the women out there, if y'all got loved ones, husbands and boyfriends and whatnot, man, you're waiting on him to come home and still kind of take it easy on him while he's in prison, right? And I ain't saying it's going to be, I'm just saying, bear with him, man. He's stressed the fuck out behind these walls. He don't know what's coming in next. And if you are a prime source of him being stressed out or tripping, or y'all tripping with each other, y'all falling out like I was the other day or shit like that, I had to snap back because I know that shit, this is a dangerous ass place. I could be in this motherfucker fucked up about old girl and shit and don't see the bomb finna blow up on my ass. The shit finna go wrong bad right now. It ain't got nothing to do with me and girl. Or officer might, because they big on this shit. You got some smart mouth ass officers out here, man, that goddamn well, like, man, you not gonna come off on me like that. You just not gonna do that. I don't give a damn. I got service standards. I'm gonna give you respect, but you're not gonna come to me with that disrespect like that. Because listen, white boys particularly, this is the reason why I don't fuck with white boys. I don't kick it with them. I don't talk to them. I'm gonna be cordial with everybody, treat you as a human being. But white boys have a thing about their culture where they like to talk gay jokes with each other. It's cool. So they'll say some off-the-wall gay ass shit. Right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Where I come from, I'm gonna hit you in your mouth. You come to me with that. You finna feel this pain right quick. So I don't kick you. So officers will do that shit. They'll think you cool and they'll come out with some shit like that on your ass. And you have to straighten it up ASAP, and you have to let them see, hey, hold on, this shit can get all the way ugly. If you know what I'm saying? Or if not, they'll have motherfuckers out here thinking that you cool to be on that sister shit. So anyway, I have to keep my head level. I know that, hold on, certain stuff out there in the free world, it goes on. You lose, you can fall in love with a female and that shit tear your ass up. But man, you in prison, dude, that shit'll get worse for you in there. Your conditions can change like that because you did not deal with a situation with a clear frame of mind. Your head was in the clouds, worried about gas. So fuck gas. Get your motherfucking ass right. And that's what I had to do. And I seen that, and I tell brothers that shit in here. And I also tell the women out there, man, y'all don't know what the fuck really. You might have a loved one in here, and you might know that, hey, he being oppressed, he being kicked over and fucked around. He might even be locked up for something he didn't do. He just probably don't want to tell it on the motherfucker that done it. You know, you got guys. And the brother that I had on the show did the rap song, Soldier Blunt. He got licensed. He got licensed because he is a confirmed member in a group, and he won't tell on what happened.
Damn.
He wasn't there, but they know he know what happened. So since he won't tell, they gave him a life sentence.
Wow.
Not that he called, no, they didn't say he called a shot. They said that he's just knowledgeable of the participants that did a crime.
Yeah, he wouldn't snitch on him.
So he won't snitch on them. So now he got a life sentence. Now guess what? Do you think he's supposed to tell on the motherfucker? Because now you can cause him to get killed.
Yep.
Because motherfuckers is killing you for ratting now. Don't get it twisted. You talk about you affiliated to, your own group will knock you down when they hear about it. You know, they'll come get you. They'll kick you out and kill you. So you mean tell me I'm supposed to turn into Johnny Law for the very folks that hate us anyway? What am I to do? What am I to do to be put in a situation? That brother that been down, locked up for that. Young brother, talented. You heard his talent.
Yeah.
And that's just something he throw off the top.
Dang, I hate that, man.
You know, you got plenty of brothers in here like that. Everybody didn't do it. You know, and even for some that done it, look at the conditions and circumstances that could have created that type of person. You know, because when you deal with little white boys that go and massacre whole school buildings, they talk about, well, his daddy didn't buy him the Sega Genesis, and his mama didn't kiss him and give him lunch for school on this particular day, so he went mayhem and killed the teachers and all the other babies. Then y'all let him out.
We don't get that privilege. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't get that. I mean, like I say, we have people who have mental health, like real severe mental health issues that they may have gotten diagnosed for it, may not have gotten diagnosed for it, or just dealing with it. They just smoking the deal. I think a lot of the marijuana smoke that we do, because to me, it's actually becoming a problem. You know, I was an advocate for legalizing marijuana because I don't think it should be criminalized. But when I just looking out, just observing things, it's like, damn, it's like we almost got a whole generation that stay high all the time, 24/7. You know, and it's like, and I'm like thinking, okay, this shit become a problem.
You can abuse something, comrade.
Yeah, you know,
good things. We do it all the time with good things in our life. You can have a good spouse and abuse the spouse. You can have a good job and abuse your time with the job. You can, I mean, we do the most on shit. I saw this. Listen, comrade, I never was big on weed smoking. I smoked weed, but I never was a big weed smoker because I just didn't like the paranoia that I felt from, right? So, because of my lifestyle, I'm constantly doing this.
Yeah.
And when I smoke the weed, it's like I'm going super fast looking behind the back. So I can't take it. So, all right. But I sold it. And it wasn't like that on the street. So when I caught this case and I came to prison, at that particular time, weed was the thing in prison. You see what I'm saying? Not all this other crazy shit. Weed was the thing. But guys treated weed like they were smoking crack. I'm like, the behavior pattern that y'all do, the things how y'all go about, who got it? Who, where's that? Oh, you know, I'm like, are y'all serious? That's how you moving for some weed? I said, this weed, homie. I just never got it. I'm like, dude, this weed. Weed don't make you act like you addicted. You gotta have it. And where's that? And who got it? And I'm like, serious, you mad? Like, you I couldn't understand it, comrade. I mean, it was mind blowing. This like 2002 that I'm talking about.
Well, one thing I know, one thing I know, like nowadays, like out on the street, I don't know what's in the prison system, but out on the street, it's so much shit laced with this stuff because you know, like capitalism is a competitive game, and you always trying to make your shit stronger and more. Like the shit that they got now. I don't know what that shit is, but man, it's like it have motherfucker just, you know, like you talking about like you experience paranoia. That shit just don't multiply, you know, cube, squared and shit like that. Like the shit, you know, because it tells, you know, they lacing shit with some of everything. And that's why I be trying to tell my son, I be like, oh man, like, dude, bro, you can't just be going out there in anybody's shit because they put everything in there and shit like that. And that's a story to itself.
Right.
But yeah, comrade.
As a roster, you know, we advocated the legalization of weed. We promoted all the medical uses of it and all the other things you can do with it. Because with weed, you can make fossil fuel, you can make hemp, the strains from it, you can make clothing. You can we all know about the medical uses of it. It means several medical uses of it. It's actually a cure for cancer. Cure for my little nephew had the one that just got killed. He had asthma attack. It was cured for that. You know, but if you use it right, it wasn't all about smoking. Also, you could use it in teas and stuff like that, which y'all people know about it now. They making brownies, they make candy and shit, and making all kind of oils that you rub on your body and shit to take away certain what's that skin problem that people be having?
Eczema.
Eczema. They use the CBD for the eczema and stuff like that. To calm people down, they be jittery and they put it on and stuff. All right. Capitalism didn't want it to become legal because it couldn't control the sales of it. Now that it can control the sales of it and maximize profit from it, now it's legal in certain places. Not legal on the stand of they're gonna let people out of prison who were selling it. You wasn't legal for selling it. That's the thing that people want to get, because see, you're not gonna be a competitor for them, right? And you didn't sell the use of marijuana in the interest of them. So no, they're gonna give your ass 1 million years if they want to give you 1 million years. I ain't telling you not to fight for it. It's just don't be shocked about why they legalized it in Mississippi. But at the time, right now it's legal in Mississippi, but you got motherfuckers doing life in Mississippi for weed. All right. I know somebody particular who she talks about her man is in Mississippi. A good friend, right? So anyway, but weed today is been doctored on so many ways. I'm watching brothers, man. Weed ain't supposed to have you like you did heroin, where you. I'm looking at dudes like, hold on, that ain't no motherfucking weed, homie. What else you been doing? You laced it with something, didn't it? No, that's all. I just weed, man. You don't want to smoke? No, I don't want to smoke nothing like that. That's gonna have me looking dumb in the face. You look dumb right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm like, no, I don't want that. You know, I don't want to feel out of my fucking mind. You know, when I smoked weed in the prison and shit, and I'd never been big on smoking weed, but I will touch it. I will. Listen, you can get some. I don't need no loud and all this other old fantastic ass shit that they got. You can give me some regular ass weed that people probably won't buy. That they be like, man, this should give you a headache. Well, it don't give me a headache. I can hit it one time this morning and be high down at 9 o'clock tonight. That's how low my tolerance is on weed. But what I used to do when I did smoke weed, and it's been years ago, I would hit it and I would read the Bible. I would read it and I probably get on a verse and meditate on a verse for so goddamn long. You know, no shit. That's why I probably can still quote verses off the top of my head. But I don't even be me. Hell, I could probably say Psalms 1 right now, you know, because I said like how we would say it as Ross. We would say, blessed is the man and walking not in the counsel of God, nor sinneth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of scornful, but I not delight in the law of John, and his law goes out, and I meditate day and night. And I shall be like a tree that plant. I forgot the rest, but it's been years. Now that's how when I say it's been years, brother, since I used to type that verse, Psalms 1, by heart. I used to cite Psalms 133 by heart. It's just I used to try to go in there and memorize it. I get on the wheel, I try to memorize the song or memorize the proverb or memorize.
Hey, comrade. Like, I got a story to tell you. Praise hell. So I was in my job, right? And like, you know, I was like supervisor. but we were shorthanded, so I had to help the employees out. So I ain't got no problem. I love it, you know, because I don't even be looking at myself as no supervisor. I'll be like, I'm one of y'all. I'm one of the people, y'all. I'm here to help y'all. So we up there working and shit. We way short. So we working all humping our ass off all day. And I ain't had a chance to go get no break, no lunch or nothing. So I saw like it was a bag of candy and shit, you know, that's on the side and shit. I was like, fuck it, man. I'm grabbing one of these motherfuckers. Ate. Like what's called sour patches and shit. I'm just tearing these motherfuckers up, boy. I look down. I look down. I see 60 milligrams. I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like saying, please say CBD, you know. But I look, I say THC. I'm like, oh shit. And it's like 2 of the motherfuckers left. So I put it down and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm eating, I'm thinking, I was like, am I high? Am I high? And I don't think I'm high. And I started thinking, I was like, you know, I was like, okay, if I was high, how would I know that I'm high? Like, fuck, I don't know. I don't smoke, so I don't even know. And I thought about this shit. About 30 minutes in, I got so deep into the conversation of thinking, how would I know if I was actually high? I was looking at it from every fucking angle possible. And I was like, hold the fuck up. God damn, I gotta be high as hell. Cause ain't no way I can analyze this shit that deep.
Why is this subject so strong with me right now?
Comrade, I was like, I ain't never thought so deeply about some shit before in my life. I'm like, hell, I got to be high as fuck. And then I just kept getting higher and shit. And then I looked up, and I did something. It's like I wrote a whole movie strip in my mind and shit like that. And then I looked at the time and shit like that. I'm like, I did this shit I was thinking about this shit for an hour, and I looked at the time, like 2 minutes had passed. I'm like,
that's what I was saying. It looks like it's time went slow on your ass.
I'm like, what the hell, you know? Man, I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm up there trying. I'm up there, I'm working and shit. I'm moving, and I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, I wanted my moving slow. Let me try to move fast and shit, so people won't know. Later on, my coworker was like, you know, I had told somebody I'm cool with, like, what had happened. They laughing the fuck at me. I'm high as hell. They were like, I'm wondering what the hell you was like moving slow as hell. I'm like, damn, I was. I thought I was.
Thought you were going at full speed. You over here.
Hell yeah. Man, dude, comrade. I was like, man, let me go on break. I'm gonna walk to the cafeteria and shit. As I'm walking, I see the wall, right? The wall just kept coming close to me. Really, I'm coming closer to the wall, laying down on the wall and shit like that. But it seemed like the wall was just saying, come here, man, just lay down on me and shit. Lay down on me. And shit. Every time I do it, like, oh shit, they gonna know I'm high and shit, man. It was crazy as hell.
Yeah, real trip right there. Melly Queen sent me a picture of some food. She said, when you come home, comrade, here you go right here. Then you know you go for that, Melly Queen. I sure want some of that shit.
Damn.
I want some of that right now. Shit. Man, good food.
You know, Daryl Mack. What's up, Daryl Mack? You up there laughing at my story and shit.
Yeah, man. Shit. Damn. I ain't never had an edible though, comrade. I wouldn't mind having one. Just to see.
I mean, I
already know nothing. I heard about them, so I know I only need one. I really don't need that, knowing me. I break that one in half, and I probably had that for a whole week. You know,
man, come I ate way too many, comrade. Like, wait, cause I got I'm a vegan. I got that sweet tooth, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So I'm good killing them and shit, man. I'm like, look down, saw that shit. It's like 2 of them left. I'm like, oh shit. But when I told my coworker, like, she was like, where they at? And I said, here you go right there. And she looked at them. She said, where the rest of them go? They gone. Oh man, dude, that was but I ain't gonna lie, man. That was probably my funnest day out here at work.
Oh man. Hey, quick question. You watched Wakanda yet? You watched the new Black Panther yet? Or you going to watch it?
I have not. I haven't seen it yet. I
started watching it, but my reception so poor, it just keep buffing through. I'm like almost an hour in. Well, now I'm a little over an hour into it. I'm gonna tell you something. That movie good. That movie.
It is. Don't tell me about it. Cause it's like it's certain things I'm looking for in this movie and shit like that. Cause like the first one I'm looking at, okay, I get it. It's talk about the silver, the internal beef and within it. So it's like, but yeah, anyway, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Of course I am. We discussed it. Get Freedom Power on here. We have another debate.
The Freedom Power. Hey, what you got to say about Wakanda, Freedom Power? Is he
I
on this
already
field?
I know what Freedom Power gonna say.
Hey, he gonna shoot that shit down. I already
I
know
know
he
he gonna analyze how the movie emasculates the black male and how the plot. You know, he gonna find that angle. He gonna find that. He gonna peep that out. He gonna weed that out.
Well,
but nah, man.
I'm gonna say this here. Look for a black and brown situation to unfold.
Okay. All right. Oh, Freedom Power.
He popped in on. Yeah. Hey, Freedom Power, you need to let me go and hook this free app on there so you can check this shit out. You might got a better reception than me, so you might be able to watch the whole movie without buffing. And come on back and tell us something. You ain't gotta pay for it. That way you ain't gotta pay white folks in corporate America. You gotta get them rich.
Well, to ask you, Comrade Freedom Power, have you seen the new Black Panther I said Black Panther Party, or the new Black Panther movie? If you have, let us know. what's your analysis on it?
He gonna tear that motherfucker up. That's all he gonna do.
Oh, you say he gonna watch it on the Fire Stick? Probably me too.
Look, and that what the brother came in here telling me, said, man, they got Fire Stick for sale for $1,000 in this motherfucker, right? Tell me something about a Fire Stick. Do I have to already have movies programmed on it, or is it like you just automatically got to hook up to where you can watch?
So on the Fire Stick is this thing called jailbreaking. It ain't nothing. It's easy as fuck to do. But when you jailbreak, all that does is it allows you to put apps on this Fire Stick that would normally be blocked. So all the free movie apps and shit like that, you can just download. But that's what that's what people charge you for. Well, we're gonna jailbreak your shit. It's really some shit you can look up on YouTube and do it. You just gotta know where to look because people are always trying to prevent you from doing it. So they an app that might be good for showing movies and shit like that. It'll run good for a while, and then they'll catch on to it and shut down, and then you got to go find something else. But it's a million of them out there. Shit, you can look at all the pay-per-view shit, NBA if you want to, or whatever. It's a bunch of shit out there.
So I mean, I'm in prison, so everything is cost gonna be up there, right?
Yeah.
They said they got them. That's what the brother coming out like, come on the show. We're like, oh my bad. But he came in and tell me that for $1,000 they got some Fire Sticks for sale for $1,000.
Right. That's deep. Comrade, I got probably extra Fire Stick at the house, man. You want it, I can send it to you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. See, all this shit illegal. So that's why you're paying $top. This shit is illegal.
I got you.
That's why you paying $top. If I can get this shit cheap, I'd have been. If I can get this shit legal, anything legal, I'm gonna have that motherfucker in here. Cause I'm not just trying to do my motherfucking time. In that kind of position. If the phones is legal, I'm gonna have that motherfucker anyway. Whatever if we can get, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it because I'm trying to do my time. I gotta be here. Then goddamn it, I'm gonna do my time. You know what I'm saying?
I feel. Yeah. So like, you really what you paying for is like them sneaking that shit in and getting it there.
How big is a Fire Stick?
So what?
How big is that?
A Fire Stick? Fire Stick's small as hell, man. It's like about that.
Something to go on a keychain or some shit.
It's a little bigger than it, like a small remote control. Really, that's what it is. And so it's like it's really two parts. There's one part that you hook up to the TV, and then it's like a little remote control. But then they probably got other shit too. But yeah, that's basically what a Fire Stick is.
When Key Wayne come in here, he the one was telling me about it, so I'm gonna see what he's talking about. I might go half. I ain't gonna pay no $1,000. Oh my God, I might go half. Shit. Cause me coming here, I like to watch movies. If nothing else, I'm gonna watch me some movies out there. And if I can give me some movies that's coming out, and I can put it on this big TV, and I ain't gotta look at this little ass phone and do it, then I'm gonna watch me some movies. Cause it be you gotta do something with your time in here. I mean, I do a lot of reading and stuff, and y'all talking a lot now. Damn.
What is that?
The cover and say you're talking too much.
Oh, okay. All
right. Freedom Power said, I like to get other people's analysis first, especially some academics like Todd Burrows, Dr. Jared Ball, etc. But I want to hear from y'all critiques. Okay. Too many folks. Okay. How many folks you got listening anyway? All right. What's going on, comrade, brother? There go Hamisha Jr. on there.
Yep. I see him. He gave me a Facebook friend request the other day. I saw the comrade.
I sent him a friend request on there. He
answered my friend request. All grown and stuff.
Yeah. He a grown man. That ain't no youngster right there.
No. But yeah. So we talk about some more shit. We ain't gotta talk about it.
Yeah. So anyway, comrade, I want to check that joint out. I'm gonna try to keep watching it though. And if it don't, it took too long for me to for me to watch it to get hours in today. Man, yeah. When I say I probably got 3 hours of trying to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Only, because it kept buffing all through. But it's good though, man. I think it's real good. Now, by buffing like that, I can't get into the storyline like I want to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna do that. But action scenes so far, good. And then it's on the bootleg form, so I'm really, the night scenes is ugly when it's on the bootleg form on how I'm watching. So, yeah. So other than that, I know it's gonna be a good movie though. Trust me, it is.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait till it come out and some controversy about it come out and it blow up, and then we'll do a show about it.
I think it already is though, comrade. Who was that telling me that? I think Melly Queen was telling me that they got some controversy out already, and matter of fact, it was her. I was telling her, I said, no, don't listen to controversy. Watch this shit yourself, and then you make your own critique around it, how you might feel about it, because controversy might just point out something that you might overlook, but it shouldn't make you not want to watch. Especially when I was saying, what happened? I was saying, that depends on where the person who's making the critique from. Like if it's coming from CNN, news stations like that, they to me, whatever they say, I'm against. I take a stand on Chairman Mao. You know what Chairman Mao said? Whatever if our enemy says it's good, then we say it's not. If they say it's not, then we say it's good. You know what I'm saying? So that's I take a personal stand up there.
I got
a question.
I got a question. Hold on, I got a question for Freedom Power. Hold on, I got a question for Freedom Power, because I think Freedom Power, you said that you watched that documentary from Hebrews to Negroes, and I haven't had the opportunity to watch it, mainly because all of my mainstream social media stuff, not social media, but like movie platforms, I ain't paid for none of that shit. I ain't got Netflix, I ain't got Prime, I ain't got none of that. And I actually did want to pay for that particular documentary since there's a black man doing it. I want to, support the brother. And I've heard mixed things. The first thing that I heard was just like you said from CNN, and they said that it said these certain things. But then I heard other people say, well, they was lying about even what their critique about it. That they ain't have no shit about denying the Holocaust or nothing like that. So Freedom Power, you seen that documentary on from Hebrews to Negroes? What you think? What's your analysis of it? You know what I'm saying? Did it say anything hateful, or was it just on point? Because I heard a lot of shit that was in there was just straight on point, with just straight science and straight verifiable facts, which I pretty much figured was gonna be like that anyway, because I know much of the history. But give me your analysis on that, Freedom Power, if you still you still on listening. But what you saying, comrade?
All right, I was reading Melly Queen. She said they already talking about the gay aspect and blacks against the Mexicans on the Wakanda Forever. So, like I said, look for a black and brown situation to build in the show.
Gotcha.
I didn't see the gay thing so far. Like I said, I'm an hour in there or whatnot. You know, it's damn near to be expected now. You know, you damn near can't find too much that don't have that type of content in there. It's just, all right, if y'all gay, cool. I'm gonna tell you the thing that I don't like. I just don't want to see two men wrapped up like snakes and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, I don't see.
That is very uncomfortable when shit like that go down on the movies. You know, that'd be awkward as fuck. I'd be like, okay, let me
I
fast
ain't gonna lie
forward.
to you. I changed it. I was just gonna say I changed it. Like me and I was showing Martelli the Power series. You know, I love the Power series. I love all of them. I watch all of them. In the Tyreek John, they got, you know, the gay scene where one of the sons is gay, and
really
we fast forward, and every time fast forward. I haven't seen all of them, so I'm basically rewatching it that Marcellus did for you. You know, and
that's
said that the Jews
interesting, comrade. No, that's interesting, comrade. Cause see, like I saw like the first and actually I ain't even got finished with season 1 of Power. Cause I just don't look at TV like that. But I got into like the first season of it, and I had got into it, and I don't know what the hell happened. You know, maybe the middle of the season it ended and it picked up later on, and I never just picked it up. But for whatever reason, I still ain't seen the first season of it. But one thing I did like about it, because I was like, they didn't really just have much gay stuff in it, you know. But
it didn't. It started when they did the son, you know, at the end of Power flips over into Ghost, and then they come out with Force, and they come out with Raising Canaan. All right. So these are characters in the show. All right. So Tyreek, the son of Ghost, he has his show after the Power series. Power series has six seasons. And then Tyreek's show comes in, it's called Ghost Book 2 of Power or whatever, Power Book 2. And it's about Tyreek, the son.
Yeah.
And, can I give you a spoiler alert right quick? So you just understand something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so far behind. You know what?
The son kills the dad. The son kills the dad.
I heard about that. I did hear about that.
Then the son, and so now the son has a show. And the son is just cold. This little demon ain't. I'm like, this little motherfucker demon. But it's good. But in it, Mary J. Blige is in the show, and the brother that played Bobby Brown from you seen the
New Edition movies,
New Edition series, right? The brother that plays Bobby Brown when he's get a certain age, adult age, right? All right, he's in there. And he has a brother and a sister, and his brother is gay. So they got little gay scenes popping up here and there. But the brother that's gay, that motherfucker killer too. I said, God damn, you gotta. But I'm gonna tell you something about Power. Power boils down to this. Everybody in that motherfucker a snake in some kind of way. That's it is not a soul in there that's good.
Gotcha.
Everybody's a snake in some kind of way.
Gotcha. On account of another type, well, something similar, because I remember when Power came out, it was compared to Empire. It was like really damn near rivals, Power and Empire. You remember that movie, that show Empire?
I never watched it. And I actually just now watched Power last year. I watched it for the first time and binge watched the entire thing.
So like I watched the whole season of Empire, the first season, and I watched it for a reason specific. Not because I necessarily liked it, because it was a lot of shit that I didn't like, because it was really, it was like a whole lot of gay stuff that this was really turned off. But it's something that movie did, because like the director specifically said he wanted to make, you know, homosexual lifestyle more acceptable throughout the masses. He stated that. There didn't want no secret about it. And I can respect him telling what he's trying to do. I get that. But when I was looking at it, I was looking at it from a critical eye, and I looked at, like, they did this, they had the main character, which was like this cool, real talented singer and all this type of stuff, but he was struggling with his sexuality and all that type of shit. And it was well done. So I looked at it because I was like, I can appreciate how they did that shit, how they made this particular character, how they made him more likable and shit like that. And I was analyzing because I would want to do the same thing, but not with a gay character, with some maybe a revolutionary or some, someone with our type of ideology, because I was like, we need to do something similar to normalize wanting your own nation. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, if I created a character who was about nation building and all of this type of shit, and make him likable, so likable that you just identify with what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking at that show from that aspect, from a strategic point of view, because even though I hated what this dude was talking about, I hated all them gays, like, whatever. I guess that's homophobic. I don't know. But
so Sister Melody Queen, she said, I hate Empire because of that gay mess and how Lucius did Cookie when she stood 10 toes down for him.
Yeah, I watched the first season and that was it. That's all I could stand. And I looked at specifically for the analysis of how they did the protagonist, because I was like, okay, I might want to do something similar with a character that has our ideologies. So if we can, create a character that's very likable but has our same ideology, to make it more normalized for people to be like, yeah, we want a nation.
Freedom Power. He says it is absolutely not denying the Holocaust. It's anti-Semitic. H2N, what's that?
That's Hebrews to Negroes.
Okay. H2N exposes the European Zionist Jews' lies, which is one of the most dangerous things that could happen to the ADL. And ADL is what?
Exactly. Is ADL.
Yeah.
Especially if that's the Anti-Defamation League. That's the Jewish organization that will label you anti-Semitic.
Yeah, that's what Key White Expert is saying. He's all right, especially if it reaches millions of young Black people. It has more accurate points than subjectively. It even exposes some comedic lies and falsehoods, but it destroys the Zionist Jews' historical lives. IMO, what is IMO? Hey man, I'm outdated on all these acronyms.
I am too, comrade. IMO, I don't know what IMO means. In my opinion, I guess. Yeah,
in my opinion, that's what it is. All right, Melody Queen says Cookie went to jail for him, and he did not support her. And she come back. She said Anti-Defamation League. Okay, all right. In my opinion, we beat you for your type in, bro. Future Gaming King and Freedom Power. We beat both of y'all. We figured it out.
We figured that shit out. We fuck with the conversation between comrades. We figure shit out.
We figured this
shit out. Appreciate that, man. But yeah, appreciate that analysis, because that's what I've been hearing. I think I'm gonna make it a point. I might even get a subscription or something like that, just so I can see that documentary, because I've been hearing something similar. And I don't really like going off of what other people say. I like to see for myself. Even though when they was talking about it, I pretty much knew. I was like, it'll probably have a lot of good historical reference, because there's just so much out there. I was reading something today about Egyptian Egyptian president in 1954. His last name Nasser went on national TV, and he said he was talking to the Jews, because this was when Israel was being established. I don't know if this is in a documentary or not. Wouldn't surprise me if it is. But when Israel was being established, this second go around with the European Jewish people coming in there, he said, y'all will never be safe, because originally when y'all talking about Jews left Israel, y'all left it black. And when y'all came back white, y'all imposters. Y'all ain't never gonna be safe. And that was in 1958, and that was the president of.
The subject of Zionism and Jews have been on here for a couple of weeks, right? And I never really talked about it because the information that I had was the biblical form. So it's not really fine. But actually, it's part of Rastafari teachings, right? So I'm not going to say whether or not it's true or false to it. It's the belief that I know Rastas uphold and I upheld, But as a dialectician now, I have to look at it more objectively and figure out what's the scientific proof that is actual. fact, right? Because it's coming from a biblical standpoint. Like in the Bible, I think, I forgot what particular chapter it is, but it talks about Solomon and Queen Sheba coming together, and they only had 13 verses in there out of one little chapter, 13 verses, right? All right, so Rosters read a book called The Keeper Nagas and the Feth of Nagas. The Keeper Nagas is called The Glory of the Kings, and the Feth of Nagas is called the Glory of the Kings, the Laws of the Kings. The Law of the King is the Feth of Nagas, right? All right. But in the Keeper Nagas tells the story about Queen Sheba and King Solomon and how they union and came together and had a child, which is Menelik first, and his which Haile Selassie is supposed to be a direct descendant through this, right? Through this lineage, right? So that's the story of the king the Phalashian true Jew out of Ethiopia, right? And that's where my knowledge of it is from. Now, could I base that knowledge on any other area? No, I never chose to even go any further because, for one, I do know that there are Ethiopian people that call themselves Philistines, and they are bloodline Jews, is what they consider themselves to be. And I had no problem with arguing that. I mean, blacks say that they bloodline this and they ain't no converted this is their bloodline. That's a difference to me. So the so-called Jews of today, that we have an idea of being white people, they are converted Jews. They are not bloodline Jews. That, you know, I just never chose to add that in. So if anybody has some say-so in it, and obviously, now listen, if y'all read this book by way of deception, they talk about the Mossad. The Mossad is like the CIA for Israeli.
Them motherfuckers ruthless too, boy.
Ruthless killers. Ruthless killers. A book called By Way of Deception, right? And in there, they was telling the history about how they went over into Ethiopia to like crystallize their Jewish name by gathering some of the Phalashian people and bringing them over into Israel for them to live and stay and put them up, and so they can kind of like spread a bloodline through there. Yeah. So now that ain't no falsehood book. It's just actually the author is a defector from the Mossad, right? And he was talking in the book, and he's a defect from the start. And he was saying he probably won't live long enough to see this book published and put out because he defected from Israel and he's out in hiding, putting his words out before he started. And he started talking about all the shit they had him and others doing and shit. I'm like, cold-blooded killings going on. You know, that's what they doing. You know, good book. Good book. Yeah,
but,
I used to have it on the show. Y'all been on 2 hours. They
I know.
Been on 2 hours.
So yeah, we can get out in a minute. But interesting thing, I ain't even been thinking about them pep folks, man. I'm glad to see my comrade doing better. I'm like, I'm making up for the last show.
Hey, y'all. If y'all checked out the last show, y'all know I was down and out, man. It hit me with a 1-2 uppercut. You know, out of nowhere, I ain't see it coming. So, pow, pow, pow. Get up! Get up! Get up! I had to get up, baby. I had to get up.
That shit was like a Rocky movie.
Fight ain't over with, motherfucker.
Hey, that shit was like a Rocky movie. We was on the side. Get up, Ativo, get up! You were
I am comrade sister saying you better stand strong. I said, you goddamn right, comrade sister, and I thank you too. You most definitely know I'm gonna stand strong. Fuck that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we can talk about this shit all day because you see, when you just broke that down, you opened up a can of worms. You opened up a whole nother hour of conversation out of me by itself. You know, I was like, okay, you held me back on the Christian show. Shit, I got a whole lot of shit for them Jewish motherfuckers too.
Hey, yo, man.
But interesting thing, you know, about that, you know, like the Ethiopian Jews, which have a direct bloodline. Right now, they are suffering extreme racism in Israel right now. And all the black people, you can go look at this shit online. This shit is crazy. You just see, man, them fucking European Jews, they are like viciously racist. Man, they like the Ku Klux Klan on, you know what I'm saying, on these people who have a bigger, you know, a stronger bloodline tie than they do if they have any whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like their history is well known, because I was just looking up that shit, and it's like the Ashkenazi, you don't find them emerging to like the 12th century, and that was during the Crusades, during the time when Muslims and Christians were in war, and they was like saying, "I want to stay the fuck out of this, and let me join this damn religion right here and shit." No, I miss your time then. Back to y'all
yeah, comrade. We back in stride again, comrade. Hey, Dad, how are you? I'm sorry, I'm just now getting back to you. It's okay. I'll get a chance to call you in a minute. My daughter, she just get back with me.
Oh, okay.
Gotta make sure I talk to my babies. My little ones, man. I love my babies, man. They all doing well. I mean, we all go through our ups and downs and stuff, but as far as I raised some hustlers. I ain't raised no babies that got their hands stuck out. They ain't looking for somebody else to do something for them. They gonna get up off their ass. I love that about them. And I ain't gonna say I raised them, they mamas raised, but it's in my blood. So they bloodline.
Yeah.
They
Man, comrade, we finna go and get up out of here, because like, man, I was like, it's shit that I want to say, but I know I'll spark a conversation. We'll talk about it later. But anyway, comrade, man, I thank everybody for tuning in, for everybody for sending your comments. Big ups Freedom Power, Melly Queen, little young Hamisha, and everybody else who checked in. Joe Gonzalez checking in earlier. Yeah, man. Glad to see our comrade doing better. Give our comrade all them likes, man. Throw them likes up and all that kind of stuff. And you'll see us on our regular time next Thursday. A conversation between comrades, and we're gonna act the devil of fool 3 more times over to make up
for the bad times, for the bad under the weather situations.
But real talk, but real talk, that conversation probably was really needed, because like a lot of times, as men, especially black men, it's like we're not given permission to be vulnerable, not to given permission to feel it, and that shit just stay up inside us and boil and eat away, and that shit is like stress. That shit will take your ass just out the quick as the damn fucked up food will, probably quicker.
I'm gonna tell you a quick story about me, comrade. About. And I ain't gonna tell no details on nothing, but I'm just gonna say this here. Bottling shit up, when it comes out, it can come out wrong. I'm a living testimony of it right now.
Damn, comrade. Hey, you've been breaking down wisdom like a motherfucker tonight, comrade. Like, damn.
Well, that's what happens when you get rid of dead weight. Shit just kind of flow naturally.
Yeah, I feel you, comrade. I feel you, comrade. Definitely. Yeah, Freedom Power said therapeutic. Damn right.
I mean, some comrade, I know Thursday I was under the weather, but I needed that place. I needed that place at that moment. I didn't want to be on the show, but I needed that place at the time, man. So I appreciate y'all for listening, supporting, saying the beautiful things that y'all said. I went back and I didn't watch the whole thing, but we actually was on there 3 hours, comrade, and we kicking ass right now. And we kicking ass right now. We going into 2.5. So, but yeah, I appreciate that, man. This show really, the broadcasting system that the comrade brother set up, man, y'all get that brother likes and loves for that, man, because that is a big thing and it's well appreciated. Is from my end, it's most definitely needed. We need more of them. We need places where brothers like myself that's working on stuff might got a license. So I ain't telling y'all, hey, I'm getting out, but that don't mean that I can't prepare to get out. And that's my thing in prison. I walk like I'm gonna see the street, and I'm gonna be out here with y'all. I'm gonna get out here and help do something good. I owe the black community that. You know what I'm saying? I do owe that to the black community. I contributed to the destruction of the black community. Thirdly, I can contribute to the rebuilding of the black community. And so that's my word. I stand on that, So I thank you, comrade, for building this ideal, putting this ideal into a actual practice, giving me a safe space to interact with the comrades, you know, be able to talk to the people out there that believe in the struggle and that's for the struggle, and man, you know, we like a family, you know what I'm saying? This family,
Yep.
you know, this family. So I expect to see y'all here on each episode that we can put together, and hopefully we got some new stuff coming out that we can push forward. I might have to do my own little radio station in here somewhere. Comrade, you got to show me something. I'm gonna jam some songs on y'all. I got some stuff in this head right here that y'all. You tell me your mood, I got a song for you.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up, comrade.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see. I probably can put you on where you can do stuff on a radio show. Radio station. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look into that. It's still stuff I don't know about. You know, how
I
they
can
work.
hit you with some old school R&B, some classic soul. I can hit you with some conscious rap. Shit, street rap, but not the street rap that don't make no sense. I'm talking about street rap on the level of pop or something. You see what I'm saying? You can hear that message in there still, you know. But I'm gonna tell you something. Give me that reggae station. I'm gonna tear that motherfucker up. I got it. I got reggae music. Y'all be like, damn, how old is that song? I ain't never heard that before. See, most people when they hear reggae, they think about Bob Marley, or they might jump in there to the Third World, right?
Yeah.
So I can go Bob Marley, Third World, Dennis Brown, Freddie McGregor, Aja Man. I can hit you with Abatinias, the Israel Vibrations. You know, Israel Vibrations, them brothers is handicapped. All of them is
really?
Yeah, but they blowing.
Oh.
And I think one of them just recently died. All of them got them little things that the canes that they strapped to their arms so they can move and stuff. Man, these brothers, man, sound like, if you ever said angels, these brothers got the voice of angels. You know, I can hit you with the Wailers. Man, I got so many of them. I ain't even talk about Bob Marley children yet. I can hit you with the Morgan Heritage, Sizzler, Capleton. I can give you that reggae for real. I went like at least 15 years straight without listening to nothing but reggae. Conscious reggae. I know any reggae, conscious reggae.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the only type of reggae I listen to, you know.
Yeah, you know, you got the dance hall. I don't do the dance hall. Yeah. You gotta have the message in this what I'm listening to.
Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, let's get on, get up out of here, comrade, man. And thank everybody again. And you know, TV, you already said that shit so eloquently. I don't think I need to even add nothing. But just see y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow on New African Perspectives, and make sure y'all tune in to side them when they talk to the nation, the foundation of the nation. And then Thursday, you're gonna see me and Atiba again, doing things. I mean. So yeah, peace out, fam. Free the land.
We always say in the Black Panther Party that they can do anything they want to us. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary.
These are the voices.